Hey everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing before you leave. Also, if you do end up liking today's video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up. So guys, this is a revamp of the Budget with a Friend series that I do every Friday, but this one is going to be a little bit different. I had received a friend's information when I reviewed their budget as a real estate agent, and she had a ton of questions on how I organize my receipts, how I track different expenses as a small business owner myself. And so I figured I will do it the app edition, right? Because I love budgeting apps. I've had a video, actually me sharing the personal apps I use for tracking my budget. They are free or very inexpensive. So today I will be doing the budget edition for this, and I hope you guys enjoy. So there are 5 things I'm gonna explain in today's video when it comes to managing your budget as a small business owner or a freelancer. Before I move on, note that I am not a financial advisor. I am not a tax expert, so always consult with the experts first when it comes to your taxes and write-offs and all of that, okay? But this is what I use when it comes to managing our business finances. So in that case, I hope that this is helpful. The first thing that you want to do is to make sure you have your banking app downloaded. So have a separate bank account. I'm not going to show you mine because, you know, that's personal. But make sure that you have your banking app downloaded on your phone or your device, or just have it somewhere where it's easily accessible, okay? The most important thing is that you have to have a separate bank account. Many people have talked about it, and it's super, super important because it causes less confusion and it allows you to be more organized. So whether you have Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, TD Bank, whatever your bank is, have your banking app downloaded on your phone. I have mine in my finance folder. It just allows it to be super, super convenient for me to have everything in one place. The second thing is to have some sort of an expense tracker software, okay? And that can be Quickbooks or something similar than that. So you just have to track your expenses in a place. Keep it in one place, and I personally use Quickbooks, okay? So I have a business folder. I have my brain works in like these categories, okay? So don't mess with my phone organization, all right? But I have Quickbooks. And what I love about Quickbooks is that it not only syncs to my bank account, so it works in conjunction with that, right? It syncs into my bank account, and I'm able to categorize what the transactions are for. It's super, super organized. I'm able to capture receipts and categorize the receipt. It is just so nice. Also, I can track mileage and all of that. We'll get into that in just a minute. But most important thing, have some sort of an expense tracker. So whether you track it free on paper or in an Excel spreadsheet or something similar, make sure that you have that. So I'm going to show you how I have it on my Google spreadsheet, just to kind of give you an idea. So this is my Google Doc for when I had my Etsy shop, and also how I track my Google ad income and any affiliates, how I track fees on Etsy, because you got to make sure that you track those as well. Just have it in a place that is super organized where you can print this out. So I would actually print out this document right here, and I got this free, I don't remember where, but I got it. You can make it very simple on Excel. Just make different tabs and just have it totaled on the first page. There's tutorials on that. This video is not a tutorial on how to set this up. Just wanted to just give tips on how you can manage your expenses as a small business. So yeah, just make sure that you have some sort of an expense tracker like QuickBooks or that Excel spreadsheet. Makes things super easy for tax time. Now the third thing is having some sort of a bank register app, okay, where you can plug in your numbers and to make sure that what your balance is in your bank account is truly correct. And that way you know that a bill has been paid. If you had wrote out a check or you have something outstanding, you know not to spend that. I do this for my personal account and I do this for the business as well because it is super, super important. So what I love is using an app like this. This is called Fudget. It looks like this. So what I do here is you will add in any revenue that you have accrued. So you can just type in maybe the date and what the category is, put in your amount that you received, and then down here it already tells you what you have as your income. So this is the projected balance. Now when this actually hits your bank account, what you do over here is you just swipe it and you need to just click this paid and it check marks it. So that way you know at the bottom it tells you what your available balance is. Now if you have different expenses or bills, so let's say you have Quickbooks as an expense and it's $25. You have Amazon that you pay for your shipments and things like that. Let's just round it up to $13. You get the idea. Let me just delete this one. On the bottom, paid, this is what your bank balance would be, right? What has cleared the bank account. When you tap it again, it tells you what your true balance is, your available balance. So you know not to spend that $38 here. You have $962 available for you to be able to spend. So this is a great way for you to manage and track your balance and reference back to your bank statement. And it just makes it so nice. So that way you won't spend these funds. The number 4 thing is to have some sort of a receipt keeper. So anything that you purchase, you make sure you save your receipts. So with a receipt keeper app, like QuickBooks is a great example because QuickBooks allows you to take a photo of the receipt and it syncs it. But what if you don't have QuickBooks? All right, there's other receipt keeper apps available, but one I'm going to mention to you today is free. All right, and I know we all love free. I use a scanner app when it came to my Etsy shop. So I just have this app. It's just called Scanner. There's many available, so just pick one and run with it. So with the Scanner app, I have used this and created folders. So you can have a folder titled receipts, maybe contracts, miscellaneous. Then within those folders, create monthly folders. All right. So let's just say this one. Within my Budget Essentials receipts, I have years. So you can create folders for each year. And then within the year, you create another folder with the month. I know that might seem like a lot, it might seem tedious, but it is really important for you to make a note of these things. You can always, if you don't want the digital thing, you can always get just a regular envelope and have it be January through December and keep a physical copy. But this is just really nice because you can back it up and you can sync it to like a cloud. And this is also important too. So you could do both. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm just giving you what I do. All right. So you can have folders with your months. Then within the month, you will take a picture of a receipt and you can put what category it is. So for this month, I had coffee at a coffee shop. I was doing some blogging and work, and that is an expense. That is a write-off, honestly. So you can just have it titled that, take a photo of the receipt, boom, you are done, and you have it organized. Now, what happens when there's places that they don't print out a receipt anymore? They may text it to you, or they might send it to you via email. Do a similar thing, all right? Create folders in your email entitled receipts. Just put it in your receipt folder in your email, and that way all of your receipts are in one place. So you know to check here, or you know to check your email, and you're good. So try to get a receipt, a physical receipt if possible. That way you can have a copy and you're less likely to delete it or anything like that. Sometimes we may misplace it, and it's really not the end of the world. As long as you have your bank statements and you have proof, then you should be okay. The last thing is tracking your mileage. You can do this on QuickBooks. So QuickBooks app looks like this on my phone, where I'm able to do many different things. I have mileage. My husband, he uses an app called Everlance, and it's been really helpful. So Everlance, you will just swipe when it's personal one way and swipe another direction if it's business, and it's running all the time in the background. So it's great for you not to like manually do it yourself. However, if you don't have something like this, what I used to do is I would have a little notepad. I'm just grabbing up an index card right now, but just think of this as a little notepad, right? And I would just mark off what month it was at the top, and then I'll write in the dates, where I went or what it was for, and what's the total mileage. Because guys, if you are working and you're using your personal vehicle to go to meet a client or to go to a workplace to do something, I don't know what your business is, but anytime that you're going anywhere for business, you can make sure you track your miles and you can write it off. Again, everything that I am saying, make sure you consult a tax expert because they know more than I do. But I had provided all of this to our tax preparer last year, and I'm organized. I have certain tools in place for our business. That way, when tax time comes, I'm ready by the beginning of the year for all of the things that had happened in the year of 2021. So these are my tips. These are the tools that I use. I do have other tools available, but I just wanted to go over basics with you guys who are just starting off, and to answer my friend's question who submitted her information to me a while ago. She specifically asked about receipts and how I track the business budget. Obviously, you can always do old school pen and paper and track your transactions that way, but I personally love QuickBooks. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I think it is definitely worth it to purchase a software like this if your business is growing. You know, you have a lot of things in place and you're tracking a lot of different things. Having a software like this makes it so much easier, but you can always go to like the Excel method and have everything in like a chart. But as long as you have something organized where you can provide proof if you have to, make sure you're just super organized. Make sure you have separate business accounts versus your personal. You don't want to mix the two. That is my number one tip. But yeah, that's everything for today's video. If you have any other suggestions that I did not mention in today's video, then definitely let us know in the comments so we can all learn and grow from each other with our small businesses and have a successful 2022 in our business ventures. So that's everything. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys right here in a brand new video. Bye guys!